Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we're diving into How Women Rise by Sally Helgesen and Marshall Goldsmith. This insightful book, published in 2018, explores the various behaviors and thought patterns that inadvertently hold women back in their professional lives. Drawing on real-world examples and offering practical advice, Helgesen and Goldsmith detail strategies for women to overcome these barriers to reach their career goals and ascend to leadership positions. Sally Helgesen, a renowned speaker and authority on women's leadership, has worked with leading companies like Microsoft, Hewlett-Packard, and IBM. Her insights have been featured in major publications such as the New York Times. Co-author Marshall Goldsmith is an acclaimed executive coach and a New York Times best-selling author, known for his profound impact on modern management and leadership. How Women Rise is a must-read for women aiming to climb the corporate ladder, employers seeking to create a supportive environment for female employees, and anyone interested in social psychology and leadership. Join us as we explore how this book can transform challenges into stepping stones for professional success. How Women Rise, Break the 12 Habits, Holding You Back from Your Next Raise, Promotion, or Job. Introduction, Understanding the Unique Barriers in Women's Careers. While progress has indeed been made in breaking many societal glass ceilings, professional women continue to navigate a complex landscape that their male counterparts often don't face. In the professional realm, while men are lauded for taking initiatives and asserting dominance, women may find themselves celebrated for qualities typically relegated to supportive roles, like being cooperative and nurturing rather than outright leadership. This skewed recognition often prompts women to adopt certain behaviors in order to demonstrate their value in the workplace. Ironically, these very behaviors can turn into detrimental habits, hindering rather than promoting their professional advancement. Through this exploration, we delve into the nuanced ways that these unconscious behaviors shape the career paths of women and how recognizing and modifying them can be instrumental in achieving career success. Expect to uncover insights into why being pegged as an expert could potentially stifle your career trajectory, how ingrained expectations from educational settings spill over into professional environments, and why occupying space, both literally and metaphorically, can be a strategic career maneuver for women. By understanding and revising these ingrained habits, professional women can step more fully into roles of influence and leadership, thereby truly smashing their personal glass ceilings. Part 1. Navigating the Challenge of Self-Promotion for Women in the Workplace. Several years ago, Sally Helgesen embarked on a journey to better understand the professional hurdles faced by younger women in various industries. Through a series of interviews with accomplished women, she discovered a common thread that seemed to be holding these younger professionals back: their struggle with embracing and using the word I. This discomfort with self-promotion appears particularly prevalent among women, echoing across sectors from accounting to law, where despite delivering exceptional work, many women refrain from claiming their achievements. These skilled women are often observed to work diligently and exceed the performance levels of male colleagues, yet timidly shy away from spotlighting their own contributions. For example, a typical scenario might find them attributing success to the group rather than owning their integral role. This tendency not only overshadows their individual efforts, but also weakens their professional visibility and growth prospects. Sally's findings, supplemented by her extensive workshop experience, confirm that this issue pervades all levels of professional hierarchies and sectors, leading to a crucial professional paradox. Courtesy and modesty, often celebrated as virtues, can inadvertently derail a woman's career trajectory. Moreover, an underlying ripple effect exists for women in leadership roles who undervalue their accomplishments. Such behavior can potentially undermine the achievements of their entire team, as failing to advocate and assert the team's success may lead to demoralization and resentment among members. Therefore, these insights suggest that mastering the art of self-advocacy is crucial not only for personal advancement, but also for effectively leading and lifting others within professional settings. Part 2. The pitfalls of prioritizing pleasing others over personal progress. In a world where perfection often seems like the ultimate goal, many gravitate toward being constantly pleasant, thoughtful, and accommodating. This tendency, known as the disease to please, is particularly prevalent among women. From an early age, women are socially groomed to prioritize the comfort and approval of others. A stark contrast to their male counterparts, this social conditioning begins in childhood, where girls often receive positive reinforcement for being cooperative, obedient, and agreeable. Such behaviors are frequently encouraged by parents and teachers, subtly instilling the notion that their worth is linked to how pleasing they can be to others. The professional realm continues to reinforce this behavioral mold. Women are frequently slotted into roles that demand a high degree of cooperation and support for others, particularly in entry and mid-level positions. Here, success is frequently measured by one's ability to cater to the needs of colleagues and superiors, often at the expense of asserting one's own authority and leadership potential. However, this excessive compulsion to please can severely limit professional growth. The fear of disappointing others or causing displeasure can lead many women to eschew tasks or opportunities that could be pivotal for their career advancement but might not align with fulfilling others' requests or expectations. This can impair their authority and autonomy, crucial traits for leadership roles. Even women not aiming for leadership positions might find themselves hindered by an inability to assert themselves when necessary. Thus, overcoming this ingrained need to please is essential for anyone looking to assert more control over their career trajectory. Success in the professional sphere often requires a balance between cooperation and the ability to be straightforward and assertive when it counts. Recognizing and mitigating the pleasing impulse can open doors to more decisive leadership and personal career advancement. Part 3. The double-edged sword of becoming the expert in your field. It's a common belief that mastering every aspect of your current job is the key to advancement. However, for many women, especially in male-dominated fields, perfecting their role can paradoxically stall their career growth rather than elevating it. Many female professionals, particularly those entering traditionally male arenas, often feel an intense pressure to demonstrate their worth and capabilities from the get-go. This might stem from preconceived notions held by colleagues or from their own internal doubts about their place in such settings. To combat this, they may adopt a strategy of becoming super contributors, aiming to leave no room for doubt regarding their competence or their right to be there. For example, a woman in the software industry faced early career challenges marked by gender-based skepticism. Responding to this, she focused meticulously on refining her skills and proving her technical prowess, hoping to secure her place through undeniable performance. However, this approach has its pitfalls. Focusing deeply on becoming an expert in specific tasks or areas can make one too valuable to move up. Leaders may come to rely on these women so heavily in their current capacities that they hesitate to promote them, for fear of losing their expertise in that essential role. Moreover, this excessive dedication to the details and demands of the current job often leaves little room for developing broader skills that are vital for higher-level positions, such as strategic thinking and building client relationships. The software developer mentioned earlier discovered as she progressed that her ability to connect with clients and manage larger projects was more valuable for her career growth than her ability to execute tasks flawlessly. Therefore, while becoming an expert can seem like a foolproof career strategy, it's crucial for professional women to balance their mastery with the cultivation of skills and relationships that align more closely with leadership roles. This means occasionally stepping back from the minutiae, looking at the bigger picture, and preparing for the role they aspire to, not just excelling in the role they currently occupy. Part 4. the subtle act of self-diminishment in professional settings. Observing a National Women's Group board meeting uncovered a striking behavior pattern that could be hindering professional women. As members gathered, a discernible difference in spatial behavior emerged between genders. Men, comfortably positioned, remained expansive and stationary as new attendees arrived. In contrast, women instinctively condensed their presence, conducting a silent ballet of making room and minimizing their physical footprint. This tendency to physically and verbally downsize isn't just a harmless quirk, but a significant professional handicap. Women often cross their legs tightly, hug their arms close to their bodies, and organize their personal items compactly, while their male counterparts might sprawl, extending their presence over multiple seats and scattering belongings. A notable study from Harvard Business School provides insight into the verbal aspect of this phenomenon. It reveals that women are prone to using phrases brimming with uncertainty, such as, "This might not be important, but..." Such language, whether intentional or not, injects doubt into their statements and, by extension, into perceptions of their confidence and authority. Neuroscientific research has explored the implications of physical minimization, finding that self-restricting body language directly undermines conveying power and authority. This is a form of submissive behavior, akin to a dog that tucks its tail under in deference to a dominant counterpart. The repercussions of these minimizing behaviors are significant. Leaders and decision-makers often interpret these signals of uncertainty as a lack of commitment or assertiveness, attributes crucial for influential roles. Therefore, unwittingly, women might be broadcasting a message of timidity and apprehension rather than confidence and readiness. To counteract this, it's essential for professional women to become conscious of these habits and actively engage in more assertive behaviors. This could mean adopting more expansive physical poses, taking ownership of their space at the table, and articulating their ideas clearly and confidently. By making these adjustments, women can project a more authoritative and committed professional image, aligning their external presentation with their capabilities and ambitions. Part 5. How excessive self-reflection may hinder women's progress. Have you ever caught yourself relentlessly analyzing your past errors, unable to disengage even when the moment has long passed? This mental habit of dwelling extensively on past mistakes is known as rumination, and it's a behavior particularly prevalent among women. Research highlights a key difference in how men and women process regrets and mishaps. Generally, when confronted with past failures, men are more likely to project the blame outward, attributing the fault to external factors. This externalization often manifests as anger, which is more socially acceptable for men to express. Women, however, typically internalize blame, scrutinizing their own actions and decisions. This tendency not only increases personal guilt, but also leads to rumination, where they replay scenarios over and over, pondering on what could have been done differently. This intense self-focus can spiral into severe self-criticism. The implications of rumination are significant. It is not merely a benign habit, but a psychological pattern that can lead to deeper issues, such as depression. The continuous focus on past errors consumes considerable mental energy, which could otherwise be directed towards problem-solving and forward thinking. Moreover, this relentless self-reflection can act as a barrier to taking decisive action. The mental space occupied by rumination dampens the capacity to focus on solutions, effectively causing a state of paralysis by analysis. To counteract this pattern, it's crucial for those affected to recognize when reflective thought tips into unproductive rumination. Breaking this cycle may involve actively shifting focus from past failures to future opportunities and allowing oneself to let go of self-blame. Embracing this change can free up mental energy for proactive thinking and action, essential for personal and professional growth. Part 6. How perfectionism shapes and shackles women's career trajectories. Perfectionism is often touted as a desirable trait, yet it's a double-edged sword, especially in the professional lives of women. Julie Johnson, an executive professional coach, has observed that perfectionism is not just a common challenge but also predominantly a female issue. This drive for flawlessness while aiming to showcase competence often sets an unrealistic standard that, when unmet, leads to stress and self-disappointment. The roots of this pervasive issue trace back to childhood. From early on, societal norms impose different expectations based on gender. Girls are frequently encouraged to conform to standards of obedience and exceptional academic performance, while boys might be celebrated for their assertiveness and independence. A misbehaving boy might be seen as mischievous, yet a girl displaying similar behaviors could face criticism or punishment. In educational settings, this dynamic extends to discipline and behavior. Girls are often held to a stricter standard, discouraged from aggressive behaviors, and instead urged to uphold perfection in their tasks and conduct. This ingrained notion that their value is tied to their ability to achieve and maintain perfection begins to shape their self-perception and ambitions. Transitioning into the workplace, these societal expectations continue to influence women. Carlos Marin, another distinguished executive coach, has analyzed extensive data correlating career advancement patterns with gendered expectations. He discovered that at the executive level, men tend to be rewarded for risk-taking and assertiveness. Conversely, women are more likely to be valued for precision and thoroughness, traits aligned with perfectionism. However, such a focus on perfection can inadvertently curb their professional development. The aversion to making even minor mistakes can restrain women from engaging in the necessary risks that drive business innovation and leadership growth. To break this cycle, it is crucial for women to consciously shed the burden of perfectionism impressed upon them by societal norms. Embracing imperfection, accepting risks, and viewing failures as learning opportunities can pave the path towards senior leadership roles, ultimately dismantling the self-imposed barriers to their advancement. Final summary. To achieve professional success and leadership, women need to pivot from ingrained habits that may be limiting their growth. Overcoming the quest for perfection, moving past the compulsion to please everyone, and releasing the grip of past errors are critical steps toward empowerment in the workplace. Developing self-assurance to occupy both physical and metaphorical space is essential. This includes expressing ideas confidently and ensuring visible contributions to team efforts. Furthermore, fostering strategic relationships within the professional environment can provide essential support and open up new opportunities. Additionally, it's crucial for women to claim and celebrate their achievements. By confidently acknowledging their successes, they not only enhance their professional profile, but also model assertiveness and self-recognition for other women in their networks. By embracing these transformative approaches, women can unlock their full potential, ascend to high-ranking positions, and lead with influence and authority in their chosen fields. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.